What's up, guys? Tex over here with another look at some of the figures I received recently. Today we're looking at the McFarlane Collector's Edition DC Multiverse, the Joker figure. Now, of course, a lot of people are anticipating this figure. We were all wanting of course we were wanting the 89 Joker. This is based off the 89 movie figure. It's not actually Jack Nicholson per se because of the rights. I think they were probably, I don't know, maybe he was charging a lot of money. Not sure. Of course, he's an older man. He's probably just grumpy and saying, no, you cannot use my likeness, which is kind of, it's kind of a shame because I really feel like this one, would benefit him a lot, to get some of the rights and to his likeness. But, I don't know. People are strange and I don't know, but anyway, but this guy looks so spectacular. Now, the funny thing about this is a lot of the times with McFarlane, the chase figure is one of the ones that I want the most. For example, Azrael Batman. I think it was Azrael. Is it Azrael Batman? I don't know. It's the blue one is the one I wanted, but the red one was a regular and the blue one was a chase, and I had to pay a little extra money to get the blue one. Same thing with the Cyborg Superman. Of course, I wanted the original, but I also wanted the red one. So, but I'm not having a hard time getting the chase figures, but there's a lot of different chase figures for them. But the crazy thing is I ordered this off of GameStop, and long and behold, they sent me the chase version. So I'm like, I was shocked. I was like, what? And I even thought to myself, what if they send me the chase version? What if they send me the one that I kind of don't want? So I was like, damn it. And then like everywhere else was sold out of this figure. And I said, man, I did have I did order some from Big Bad Toy Store, and I did my pile of loot. So that was okay. I wasn't too worried. But I was like, man, I got to make this review. I need to have him. So then Best Buy had them, and I was actually able to get the regular version. So now I have two of them, and part of me was gonna, sell the chase one. But actually looking at it, I think I might keep it. So there, and I think what I'm gonna do is this one's gonna stay with the head. I think this one I'll put the hair on, just because of the simple fact that this kind of reminds me of the Joker from the 1966 movie. Caesar, what's his last name? Caesar, I forgot his last name, but I love that Joker. So the costume kind of gives me that vibe from that. So I might just do it that way. And I like the fact that he has the blue hands and all that. So I think I'm gonna. At first, when I first got him, I was like, yeah, I don't know. And I was gonna sell him, and I was like, but now I think, now that I think about it, I think I'm gonna keep them. So we'll probably open both. But as you can see, they both come in the standard box that they do have. Of course, 89 Joker right there. Coming out with the colors and everything, and the purples and all that stuff. And then of course you got the chase one in a kind of pink version. So, a lot of pink this series. We got a lot of pink figures. So yeah, so I just noticed that these are only for people 17 and up. So now the box on this one is kind of dinged up, as you can see a little bit. So, but here's the back of it, and they're both the same. So you got Joker, the iconic Joker. And I've been wanting a Joker in my set for a very long time. I think he's one of the most iconic villains ever. I still need to get the Dark Knight version. And then I do kind of want a regular one for the regular older Joker. So eventually, maybe they'll release another one. If not, I'll probably grab one. But I'm glad that I'm able to grab the 89 figure. And of course, bonus, got the chase. So that's all. That's cool. All right, so let's get these bad boys out of the packaging and get a closer look at the DC Multiverse 89 Joker, the chase or platinum version and the regular version. We'll be right back. All right, here's the Joker out of the packaging. Looking beautiful, stunning. I am loving a lot of the colors. You know, even though this is not the Jack Nicholson, the exact Jack Nicholson, I do feel the vibes coming out from the movie, from the 89 movie. There's a lot of different colors going on here, so let's just go ahead and get started with the face sculpt. I mean, you know, the way the face looks, like I said, is not exactly Jack Nicholson, but it does have a lot of the likenesses of him. So it does look really good. This beautiful purple that he has. And then you can see the green on the hair and the eyebrows, and then that sinister smile with that white makeup on his face. Or it's actually his skin, right? Because I think in the movie, that's what he turned into. So it looks really good, like I said. You know, it's not disappointing, in other words, meaning it's not like, oh, well, this is not the same, I don't want it. No, it's great. It looks good. Down to the colors, there's a lot of different colors going on here. Of course, you got the purple jacket to match the hat. Now, I really wish this was a soft goods jacket, because I think it would have looked a little bit better. But then again, not sure, maybe from McFarlane, because of the simple fact that, you know, we had the soft goods jacket for the Batman Penguin, and that one looked really off. So that one was maybe not, but it still does look. It looks good. I mean, you have, you know, going down to his legs. Doesn't, I don't think it opens. Like, you can't remove this part. It's all in there. So that's a bummer. I wish this was removable. So like if you wanted to get a, I think it was Mezco that released a Batman 89 figure. I think you can use that jacket, maybe just put over it. But so far so good. You got some red coming out, I guess, or orange out of the undershirt. The vest is in that blue. You got that scarf in that light blue with the silver polka dots. Then you got the checker pants. And of course, I'm sure this is reuse from a lot of the other, you know, like Two-Face and the other probably Jokers in the past. The legs, you know, the same. Of course, it has those what do you call it? I can't say it right now. I don't know. It has double joints, but it has you can see the pegs there. And then of course you have the boots, which have a toe tickleation up. You know, it goes up like this. Like I said, double jointed on that. So, you know, this, I mean, like I said, I guess, you know, I never had, well, no, of course, I'm lying. I've had the suit, Two-Face, and I don't know if that's any other suits I had. I think that's the only one. So it's exactly similar. So, you know, of course it makes sense to use the same thing. So he looks really cool. I really like him. And, you know, the good thing about it is he comes with a lot of cool stuff. So he's packed, and this time this is a good thing. You know, usually, when they do these $34.99 figures, they're missing stuff, but this one has a lot. Like, oh, wait a minute, Max Shrek, that's the other one that has the suit. He definitely was not worth $34.99, only because he didn't have a lot of stuff, but this one does. First off, he has the signature stand, which in a sense I don't think you really need it for him, because he does stand up on his own pretty well. Then he got his different type of hands. So I believe he has 2 fist hands and 2 open hands. So, you know, all in that purple. And I don't know, I think I changed my mind. I'm not going to open up the pink version. Only because I might do it for trade bait later. Maybe something else I want, you know. So we'll see. Next up, he does have a changeable headdress. So you can take off the hat and it just goes off like that. Nothing compares to you. And you can put on his, you know, hat without the... So it looks really good. I like it. Yeah, just gotta kind of push down, kind of a little bit. There's like a, as much as it can. I won't go all the way down, but I mean, but it looks really cool. He looks clean. He looks nice. So you can use that. He does come with a cane, which is cool. You have that silver and the black on there. Then he comes with his bullhorn, which is cool because you see that in the movie when he's talking to the people before he lets out all that gas. Then he has his long shot gun, pistol that shoots down the Batmobile, or not the Batmobile, the Batwing, which I thought was kind of dumb, to be honest. I thought it was dumb that happened. I don't know. And then he has this other guy, this revolver that shoots up the bang that scares Vicky Vale. So yeah, this is really cool. Like I said, it looks really good. And like I said, finally for $34.99 you get a lot of stuff, which is great because, like I said before, the other figures didn't have a lot of stuff. So yeah, so let's get this guy posed out and I'll do my final thoughts on him. We'll be right back. All right, here are my final thoughts on the 89 Joker from McFarlane Toys. There's a bummer. So this happened with, I think, Penguin or someone. I don't remember. But I mentioned this before with these guns, these handles. They're way too big for some of the hands. Now, this gun that he has on here, the fake one, does fit in his hand perfectly, but this one doesn't. So when I try to put it in, actually the peg from the hand popped off. So I was able to get it back on, but you can probably see it, like it actually comes off. So I'm kind of bummed about that because now if I wanted to, I can't. I would have to use like some pliers to pull that peg out because it, and let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. See how right here, see how it came off? So it's not broken. Like I thought at first a piece fell out, but it does still go back in, luckily. But it sucks because, I just try to like push it and it came out like that. And I don't know if that's a defect with most of them. And the sad thing about it is that this figure is a rare figure. I don't think I'll see if I can get, complain about it and see if I can get another one from Best Buy, but I don't think so. I think they're sold out. So it's not terrible. And I think, for me, usually I pose them and leave them the same. So it's not a horrible thing for me. And like I said, it's not broken per se. It just comes out of the peg easier. But for me to remove it, because I have to get the other pegs, they're just a hole. So for me to change it out might be an issue on this hand. I'm not sure about that hand, but that is a bummer. So that's the only thing I can say. It's the first time I actually had any issues with any McFarlane toy figures doing that. It comes off. So luckily, like I said, it's not broken, but it is an inconvenience. But other than that, this is a spectacular figure. I really like it. Maybe I'll open the pink one. Maybe, I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like I want to, but then again, I feel like I don't. Like, I don't know. It's just weird. Like, I feel like I don't collect any more Men in Box. I have a few. In terms of McFarlane, I just have the 4 Batman figures from Batman Returns. I have those also Men in Box. And then I have the 2 Cyber Superman, because I really like those the most. But other than that, I don't collect Men in Box, only because I just, what's the point? You know what I mean? Unless I'm selling them later. But I just feel like I like those so much that I want to have a set, But other than that, like, I don't know. Like I said, I'm back and forth. I'm not too sure what I'm going to do, if I'm going to open or not. We'll see, But if I do, maybe I'll post a video about that one. But anyway, so this one is a hard one to get again. It basically sold out everywhere. So I think you can only get it on eBay, unfortunately. I'm going to see if Best Buy has another one. Or maybe they can send me a different figure. Maybe Black Canary, because that's the one else I wanted. We'll see. I'll see what I can do since there's a defect on it. But I hope that, if they ask me, hey, we gotta send this one back, I'm gonna decline, because I just no, unless I can exchange it in hand, then yeah. But other than that, I'm not gonna return it, because how am I going to get another one? You know what I'm saying? But it's a really cool figure. It's spectacular. I like it. You know, it doesn't look exactly like the Joker that we know in Batman 89. I guess he was either charging too much for his likenesses or something. But this is a pretty cool figure for considering, you know, and McFarlane, like I said, like they gotten better now that the license is up. So, you know, not sure what's up next. I heard that supposedly Bane and Poison Ivy are coming out from the movie, the Batman and Robin movie, which is really cool. Another version of Poison Ivy. So I'll definitely be picking those up. But other than that, I think they're all basically done. Like I don't know any other Batman movie figures that are coming out, you know. So anyway, so what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. And until next time, we will see you later.
Ladies and gentlemen,
make sure you like, share, and subscribe.